Some say you can't have enough of a good thing, but these songs push that to a limit. So here are 10 of the longest trance songs in history, starting with 7 days and 1 week. This household anthem, 7 Days in 1 Week, was released on Triangle Records. It's an 11-minute trance classic that combined both the feel of French and Italian influences, making the experience incredibly exotic. Emmanuel Top and Bruno Sancioni crafted an impossibility by creating a relentless rhythm driven by a pulsating bass line and hypnotic synth. The track's gradual momentum and soaring melody brought about an inducing loop, perfect for a packed club like Space Ibiza in the 90s. With each note and beat adding to the tension and release, this track's raw energy made it a weapon a trapped soul needed to break free. If you get lost in this sound, you can easily be found in Elements of Life. Released in April 2007 on Magic Music, Tiësto's Elements of Life, an 11-minute anthem, was an uplifting trance piece written that captured the genre's festival spirit. Tiësto, at the peak of his global dominance, combined power kicks and soaring orchestras. The track came with the cinematic grandeur, layering vocal chops and shimmering melodies into a euphoric drop that could shake any stage. Picture thousands of hands in the air, lasers slicing through the night sky, and everybody in high spirits. It was a track that moved people, and it made it one of Tiësto's dominating moments in his shift from club DJ to festival icon. The impact of Elements of Life was real, but Serenity is on a completely different level. Even though the name of this trance song is Serenity, the way the crowd grooved was chaotic. It was an absolute banger. Armin van Buuren's Serenity is an 11-minute uplifting trance masterpiece, inspired by the Sensation White Festival, pulsed with a heavy rhythm and a melody that felt like pure hope and raw power. Armin layered delicate piano lines with sweeping synths, building to a climax that's both emotional and explosive. Picture this echoing through Amsterdam's arena, with white-clad ravers united in euphoria. Serenity became the anthem for Sensation 2005, but beyond that, its extended length made dancers ride wave after wave of bliss. Armin's genius shined in every note. And if Serenity showcased his genius, what about Cornerstone's Flaming June? Released in June 1997 on Perfecto Records, Flaming June is 12 minutes of Cornerstone's progressive trance that moved beyond sound. BT, a visionary in electric music, crafted a journey that unfolded like a sunrise over a beach. It was with delicate piano chords that the track opened, teasing a gentle build, before the kick drum ignited the rhythm, soaring like one reaching for the heavens. This wasn't just a track. It was a blueprint for trance's emotional depth. Its relentless energy still captivates, proving why BT remains a legend. But what about Merlin? This 12-minute psytrance epic energy-packed song Merlin, released in 2002 on B&E Records by Infected Mushroom, and was the mother of all trance sounds, pulsating with raw vibes and grooves. The Israeli duo Amit Duvdevani and Erez Eisen obviously unleashed a whirlwind of twisted synths and energetic rhythms. The track came with eerie atmospheric tones, then erupted into a driving bass line that felt like an accelerating spaceship. The unique thing about the song was its complex layers of glitchy effects and melodic flourishes built to a chaotic climax, perfect for a psychedelic festival like Boom. Merlin showcased psytrance's intense cerebral edge, cementing Infected Mushroom as genre innovators. If you thought that was your favorite, let's give Seven Cities a listen. What Solarstone did with Seven Cities wasn't just music, it was a transportation into a world where all of your wishes come true. This 12-minute mix of progressive trance by Rich Cooper and Andy Bury was a craft that's both dreamy and driving, inspired by the myth of Atlantis. You can hear that rolling bass line and the percussion that set the stage, while the cascading synths evoked waves crashing under a desert sky. What could be more soothing to the soul? But beyond that, the melody, even though simple, was haunting, built to a spine-tingling climax that felt like rediscovering a lost city. Played everywhere from Ibiza's Amnesia to Creamfields, this track's lush production and epic scene made it a trance staple that's still cherished by fans today. Released in May 1999 on Extravaganza Recordings, Saltwater was a 12-minute vocal trance classic that was the life of the party. Chicane sampled Clanid's haunting vocals, blending them with this heart-moving beat and oceanic sound that felt like waves lapping over a shore. The track gravitated slowly, with airy pads and a Balearic vibe, erupting into a euphoric melody that explained what the harmony between two worlds really feels like. Its length, which was supposed to be the put-off, became the reason for falling in love with it, making Saltwater a timeless anthem that still moves dance floors and hearts today. While Saltwater was the definition of its name, For an Angel was a different story altogether. Paul Van Dyck's For an Angel in its E-Work Club mix is a 13-minute classic that redefined uplifting trance. Born in Berlin's iconic E-Work Club, this track was nothing short of a love letter to the genre's golden age. While the sound of the song gave a heartfelt melody, carried by warmth that gave that feeling of watching the sunrise from a peaceful cabin surrounded by blue streams. The extended mix built patiently, layering airy pads and subtle arpeggios into a euphoric peak that could lift any club into ecstasy and daydreaming. Picture the blasting thunderous sound booming through gatecrasher speakers in '94 and even those walking by and nodding. Van Dyck's masterpiece remains a timeless anthem, with its length letting ravers lose themselves in pure bliss. If you thought you've seen it all, it's because you haven't seen Mahadeva. Could there have been a more sophisticated way to make a sound? Released in 1995 on Trust and Trance Records, Astral Projections' Mahadeva, a 14-minute psytrance juggernaut rocket explosion, was a track that took the world by storm. Not only that, this track was a spiritual voyage, opening with hypnotic chants and a pulsating bass line. The swirling acid lines and cosmic synths built a trance-inducing rhythm, perfect for a bench rave under a full moon. The creative duo layered intricate patterns that shifted like a kaleidoscope, driving dancers into a frenzy. This track isn't just a song, it's a ritual, a cornerstone of psytrance that still resonates at festivals like Ozora, uniting people of different cultures and civilizations. If you thought this was the best, Blue Moon will make you think otherwise. Dropped in June 1992 on Big Life Records, The Orb's Blue Moon was a staggering 40-minute ambient trance odyssey. At nearly the length of a full album, this track pushed and broke all boundaries, blending trance hypnotic pulse with ambient groovy textures. A slow, dubby bass line anchored the piece, while bubbling synths and spacey effects drifted like a turbulent voyage through a cosmic void. Now picture this music playing in a chill-out tent at an early rave with listeners sprawled under neon lights. Undoubtedly, The Orb, pioneers of ambient trance, created a soundscape that's less about dancing and more about transcendence. The journey to utopia. Its sheer length and experimental spirit made it a cult classic, redefining